Last year a few people asked me how I do box joints on my beehives, so I thought I'd show you. Using a table saw and dado blades. Basically, the dado blade is several blades stacked together. So you get your outer blades, chippers go in between, like so. And the outer blade goes back on like that, so you get like a nice big, thick, stacked blade. I'll show you how it fits on the saw bench in a minute. These blades will only go on older saw benches where the arbor is quite wide. I'll move the camera and show you. As you can see, the width of the arbor there is quite long. You can fit more than one blade on. So the outer blade goes on first. And the chippers go in between. Right, you can see the blade is now installed. So you've got outer blade, chippers in the middle, and then outer blade on the outside. You can only use these blades, these dado blades, with the two outer blades on. You can never use just one outer blade and a chipper, or just one outer blade on its own even. You have to use both outer blades. And you can see how the chippers are evenly spaced around, so the blade's not sort of weighted one side. Okay, that's a blade installed. Okay, the next thing to do is set the blade height. We're going to set that to the width or the thickness of our wood. So this is 3/4 inch wide. We need to go 3/4 inch high with our blade. I normally go just over, fraction over. It's about there. Okay. Right, we have the blade set up now for its proper width and its height. Now this jig here is what's been made up to hold the wood in place as it goes through the saw. There's a piece of wood here which slots down in there. You can see down in there, that space is the first piece of wood out the way. So as you push the jig through, you can see that's just to the side of the blade there. The jig will run right on through, like that. The pieces of wood that we're going to cut slot down. So our first cut will be like that. This clamps up to hold the wood in place, and just run it through. Okay, so there's our first cut there. A bit fluffy stuff on the back, that come off later on. So once we've made our first cut, back into the jig again and right over to the stop. Clamp them up and go again. there's our first piece done. Okay, on the second piece, which would be the opposite to this one, when we start off, we just go straight up against the stop. And then when fitted together, that's what it looks like. Quite a nice, neat little joint, loads of glue surfaces. I use a polyurethane glue to glue it together. No nails, don't need to bother with that. And there we go. You can pick up these old Wadkin saw benches on eBay for 300–400 quid. All you need to do is convert it to 240 volt and away you go.